It was an unexpected apology, and it arrived in a letter for Shauna Ray Christensen. It was the first time she learned details of her grandfather's death back in 1966.
He was one of 6 victims killed by 2 serial killers. For every crime, there's a story, and the truth matters. Here's ABC4's Marcos Ortiz with tonight's Justice Files.
This is our final segment in the story of a cab driver who was murdered in 1966. His granddaughter never knew him, let alone what happened to him. That is until 2009, when she got a letter from her grandpa's killer.
They were both very cold and very proud of what they'd done. See, the letter from him, that was different.
In 2009, Sue Ray Christensen got a surprise in the mail. It was a letter from Myron Lance. At the time, she had no idea who he was.
There was like a sadness or a darkness I thought I saw in him more so than Kelbach. It just made me wonder what was going on.
She soon learned from that letter that Lance had murdered her grandfather in 1966. Growing up, she always wondered what happened to Grant Strong, her grandfather. Her mother said very little. But in 2009, she finally learned details of her grandfather's murder.
I was alone in the cab. I only shot and killed your grandfather because he reached out and tried to take the gun from me. Yes, we were using drugs and we were also drunk. Even so, I've never used that for an excuse. There was no excuse for what happened.
He said her family wasn't the only one victimized by the murders. His family also suffered. Lance said he grew up in Salt Lake and his family was dysfunctional. In that letter, Lance said he and Kelbach were cousins and that Kelbach was gay. He claimed to be straight, but he didn't want to make excuses and didn't expect forgiveness.
I had a job, a family, and what could be called a good life. Then all hell broke loose. Why? I don't know. And really, I have tried to make sense of it, but there wasn't no excuses can I use. I'm truly sorry.
What she didn't know at the time of the letter was that Lance and Kelbach were serial killers. She learned from the internet they had killed 6 people in Salt Lake County. They were finally arrested and spent the rest of their lives in prison. But something was still missing. She had never seen a picture of her grandfather until ABC4 emailed one to her.
I was so grateful. I was happy I got to finally put a face to the name.
A year after Lance wrote the letter, he died. Christensen wonders if he knew he was about to die and was seeking forgiveness.
I don't really think it's our place to forgive anyway. So if that's what he needed to hear, I can say I forgive him.
Grant Strong was buried in Alpine. The lifelong journey of Shauna Ray Christensen has finally come to an end. For the Justice Files, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.